Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from the Bloom office on Wednesday night after Bible Bites. We had a good discussion tonight. Finished up in Matthew's Gospel, the Sermon on the Mount, and then moved over into the period in Matthew's Gospel where Jesus is giving the instructions to the disciples as he sends them out for the first time. And as is sometimes happens in Bible discussions, not everybody sees things in the same way as we have discussion around the table. And sometimes that's a little bit surprising to people because they maybe have never really looked at the words entirely for themselves. So when you look at the actual words of Scripture and start to read them, 3 chapters at a time instead of 1 verse at a time, there has a tendency to have additional meaning and additional insights develop. So we had a good discussion, and we're, learning that it's kind of okay to be disturbed sometimes when you read something in the Bible, as well as to be comforted and inspired and to learn things that are helpful and reassuring in our faith. Sometimes there's just a little bit of a jab that presents a challenge that helps us to think in a new way. So that's the kind of things that we do at Bible study, and we hope that whenever you're here in town on a Wednesday night, you are able to join us for Bible Bites as we sit around the table. And now we're reading a psalm each week, as well as reading from the Cotton Patch Gospel, and also reading from Matthew's Gospel, a number of translations that everyone brings their own translation, so we hear it in a lot of voices. So join us sometime. You'll remember last week we were on the verge of the night before Hot August Night, and we had a great time at Hot August Night. More than 60 people were a part of the evening, and the food was good. And the entertainment by Keisha D and the Desert Winds Freedom Band Jazz Sextet was wonderful. And we also had some added treats with Keisha D inviting her daughter Faith to come up and sing with her. And also she invited her good friend and our good friend of Bloom, Jerome Elliott, to sing as well. And Jerome did a beautiful job. So we had a very nice time together, and made for paying down our Faith Challenge line item almost $2,000, which is very good and actually is an increase over last year. So these kinds of things help us be able to remain vital in our ministry as we help to underwrite our Faith Challenge line item in our budget. The other thing I said was that I was going to a meeting of the Church and Ministry Committee Section A, and I ran through very quickly these 9 things that hinder business growth, or as we adapt them, 9 things that hinder church growth, and said that I was going to make propose an idea to church and ministry, and I did do that. And I proposed that we require that each person as a candidate for ministry in the Eastern Association, it's not something that's for the whole church, it's just for our area here, the Eastern Association, that every candidate for ordained ministry, or member in discernment as they're called, would have to complete an entrepreneurial business project, something that helps their church, their ministry setting in some way that is entrepreneurial, that helps in growing finances, growing additional people, let's say financial and human resources in some way, because we've got to be entrepreneurial as people in order to make sure that this Church of Jesus Christ will be around in the future. So that was something, and the Church and Ministry Committee liked the idea. It's not finalized, it's not set and ready to go, but we began the process, and I was really happy that there were others that knew that in order to be good in ministry, there are many times that we need to have entrepreneurial skills as well as Bible study skills and other kinds of more theological or spiritual skills. So that was last week. That's a little report on what I said I was going to do and how things came out at Hot August Night. Good things are happening here at Bloom in the Desert Ministries, and you are a part of them no matter where you are. We're grateful for you wherever you are, and hope that you can be with us on Sunday as soon as possible, hopefully this week. And if you can't be with us this week in person, please be with us in spirit. And as always, please keep us in your prayers.